What is popping, everybody? I'm Aziz, and welcome back to the Visual Fashion Tarot channel. Card flip there. We're back for another two videos here on the channel today. This one in particular being on Sagittarius, who in the Greek mythos roughly equates to Hermes, the god of travelers, speed, roads as well. Basically anything to do with traveling. If you're looking to travel somewhere, whether it be by sky, by sea, or by land, this guy is your guy. I do hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. It is a Wednesday as of the time that's going up. Got any special plans for the upcoming weekend? It is only 2 days away now as of the time that's going up. I don't have any plans, but maybe you guys do. And without much further ado, I have done a little bit of shuffling here. Let's go ahead and get straight on into this. Sagittarius, starting us off, we have the Oracle's Vision. Not a common choice of starting card, I must say. Not at all a common choice of a starting card. So, this is in no uncertain terms a card of looking into the future. This says to me you're putting a lot of thought into your future right now. What aspect of your future, you ask? I'm not quite sure yet, but you're putting a lot of thought into it. You're putting a lot of thought into it, but effort into thinking about it, I suppose. And for what reason? I'm not sure. Let's find out, shall we? Closest acquaintance? The riddle of the Sphinx. Okay. So it isn't just you then. Okay. No, this is not just you. I'm getting the distinct impression this just might be about maybe a family thing. This might be about a money thing. I'm not sure. There's a lot of ways this could go, but you're not in it alone, Sagittarius. You are not in this alone. You and this friend are in this together. I don't know if you're lovers or not, but it feels I'm getting lover vibes from this. Absolutely getting lover vibes from this because you two are both thinking about the same thing here and offering your different perspectives. You're not arguing about it, which is good. You're just having a little debate about it. So, where's your head at? The Wisdom of Solomon. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. This is basically a thought exercise on this reading. What are you thinking about, Sagittarius? What are you doing here? What is this future that you're planning so hard for? Because these are three extremely abstract cards. These are, concept cards. They tell us, about the future, who's with you in it, and, you're thinking about the future much more. You're putting a lot of wisdom into it. But what exactly about the future are you thinking about? What aspect in specific are you thinking about? Hopefully this next one answers it. What's around you? The Forge of Vulcan. Bingo. Gotcha now. Okay. Sagittarius. Now I can put the rest of this into perspective. This whole reading is about the future of your work. And what I mean by that is whatever you do for work right now, Sagittarius, and whatever they do for work, or if you both do the same thing, you're both thinking about where you're going to be in the future in terms of work. Are you going to still be making the same money? Are you going to be doing the same things? Are you still going to be working this schedule still? Are you going to be doing all this same stuff that you usually would, Sagittarius? Or are things going to change drastically? I can't say whether or not it's going to change or not. That one's up to you, Sagittarius. That one's entirely up to you. What do you want? The Chariot of Helios. You want to know what you're doing, Sagittarius. More than anything, I suppose, you want a clear direction. You don't want to be in the dark about your future because that's something I feel like you hate. Not being able to see the road ahead of you. You of all people, Sagittarius, would know something about that. Not being able to see the road ahead of you is, in your eyes, one of the worst possible things that could be, ever happening. You want a clear, well-lit road, a well-lit path to just drive down into your future in terms of work. So definitely understandable, Sagittarius. Definitely understandable. Now, who's advising you? The Golden Fleece. Ooh, man. Okay. Okay, interesting. Um, yeah, I think you guys have a lot of money right now. Definitely smelling a lover relationship here. It hasn't been explicitly stated in the cards, but I smell lover relationship here. Perhaps even, partners in marriage or something like that. I smell it here. It's there. It exists. I feel it. So right now, you are in a pretty stable financial spot, or so it appears. But you are still focused on the money. You're focused on securing your financial future. Again, I can't really give you much advice here, Sagittarius. But I guess the best advice I could give you is try not to think about it too much. Give it a little bit of thought. Give it, like a day or two's worth of thought and, think about like a general plan, but don't go too crazy with it, or else you drive yourself crazy in the process. Now, what's your dilemma? Pan's Forest Revelry. Okay. Okay. No. Sagittarius, I see now the conflict that rises within you. You really want to enjoy life, Sagittarius. You want to go places. You want to have fun. You want to have parties. You want to live it up, Sagittarius. But in that same line of thinking, you don't want to do too much and end up totally broke by the end of it. I can understand that fear, Sagittarius. That is a totally honest and respectable fear to have. But little word of advice here as well. Live in the moment. If the moment is, working hard to get yourself a good bit of money, live in that moment. But if the moment is, you out partying, having a great time, having a couple shots, especially live in that moment. It may be fleeting, but they are there, and they'll never come again. So let's see. Who has the power? Wow. Yeah, looks like I'm spot on today. Dionysus' celebration. It's in your hands, Sagittarius. It is entirely in your hands. There is, at this point at least, no reason you shouldn't be out having a great time. At the very least, like every couple of days or so. You should be having a great time. You should be out enjoying life, Sagittarius. Not just, working hard, securing your financial future. You should be out having a blast with your youth right now. And, I understand possibly why you're not, because, you're so nervous about the money, but it's okay to live in the moment, Sagittarius. You can think about the consequences later, every once in a while. So, let's see where this goes. What's holding you back? Wow. So there you are. That is exactly what I was saying, actually. Hermes Cunning. Sagittarius, this is you. Right here, this card is you. If anywhere this card could have been, this is the spot I probably most expected it. Hermes Cunning. You're holding yourself back, Sagittarius. You are holding yourself back from having the times of your life. These years, that are passing you by, you could be spending them celebrating. You could also be spending them working. I can't make that decision for you. Whatever decision you make, that's totally on you. But at the same time, little word of advice, these younger years, they don't come again. You've got a lot of time to celebrate what you have. Cherish the moment, Sagittarius. Don't hold yourself back so much. What's being hidden? Elysium's Fields. See, that's exactly what I mean. All these cards are pointing towards the exact same thing, Sagittarius. You're holding yourself back from having a fantastic time. Your life is pretty good right now. but it could always, always, always be better. There is so much more to your life than just the work, than just the money, than just this. There's so much more to it. I know you're focused on the money. I know you're nervous about it. I can feel that on a spiritual level, Sagittarius. I can feel how worried you are. But you need to ease off a little bit. Relax. Trust me on this. So, can you succeed? The loom of the Moirai. Yep. I mean, you absolutely can. A little bit of planning is not a bad thing, Sagittarius. Limited planning in terms of, figuring out your financial future is not at all a bad thing. But in that same line of thinking, don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Don't overdo it. Just try to breathe. Okay? Live in the moment. Have a little spontaneity in your life. That's a good word, that is. Spontaneity. That's something you of all people, Sagittarius, should know a lot about. You are a traveler. You're a speedy person. You love spontaneity. Have a little bit of it in your life, and you will succeed. Now, what happens in the end? Icarus's ascent. You're nervous. You are scared. You are worried about, splurging too much, but you're taking a leap of faith, Sagittarius. I'm very proud of you. You started this reading off worrying far too much about your future in terms of money, in terms of work, in terms of, having a good time in life. You started this whole reading off just like that. You ended it off finally realizing that you just had to take a big old leap of faith. I applaud you, Sagittarius. I really, really do. So, now for the PA Stay Easy Stones. When's this all happening? Ooh, the Wrath of Hera. Yep. You're a force of nature, that's for sure, Sagittarius. You're a force of nature. As for when this is all happening, I'd have to say in the next 1 to 2 months. It's my gut instinct on this. I'd have to say this is all going to start happening in the next 1 to 2 months. Not an entirely short reading, but not an entirely long one either. This is a pretty slice of life one. It's a bit abstract, a bit, out of the way, but sometimes we have points in our life where we just slow down. For you, this is one of them. It's not a bad thing, Sagittarius. It just means that, you've got a lot of stuff happening, and that's okay. All right. I am going to do a quick recap, and I'll go on and end things off. I hope you guys have been enjoying the video thus far. And if you have been enjoying the video thus far, please do go check me out on Twitter. Got the same as this YouTube channel, same kind of content in there. There's some exclusive content on there you may very, very, very much enjoy. And if you really, really, really love the content on there, consider having me a follow. It helps support me and helps support the channel. And a little bit of a side note, since I got a little bit of a second here. If you'd like to see a few Halloween-themed videos, maybe a few spooky stories about the old-fashioned demigods and gods, do leave a comment down below. Love to hear your thoughts. Now, without much further ado, Sagittarius, let me go ahead and wrap this reading up for you. A little recap. So, thinking. So much. You and your partner here, or your friend, are thinking so much about the future. You're thinking about work, you want a clear path, you want the money, and the most of all, you don't want to go broke. You don't want to splurge, you don't want to, completely lose all your money just because you spend too much on parties or anything like that. I understand that fear, Sagittarius. I really, really do. But right now, you are your own worst enemy. You're holding yourself back. It's as simple as that, Sagittarius. You are holding yourself back. The money, the work, not the time. You, Sagittarius, are holding yourself back. And there's a brilliant time awaiting you at the end of this. Like, if you manage to get over your fears of going broke and stop worrying about the future so much and take that leap of faith, there's a brilliant, shining future ahead for you, Sagittarius. Don't be afraid to just take a few steps forward and jump for it. It's yours for the taking if you want it. And on that cheerful note, thank you all so very much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, turn on notifications. You'll never miss a single one of my videos. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, folks. We're also trying to get to 800 subscribers before the end of the month. So please, smash like, smash subscribe. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you all next time. Peace out, folks. Have a good